Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Hello, how are you all? Hope you are doing fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NFA's Home School, and this is Ariful Islam, Assistant Teacher of English, National Ideal English Version School, Browning Shift. Today I am going to take a Bangladesh and Global Studies class for class 6 students. Our today's topic, Chapter 5, Lesson 1 and 2. So, class 6, subject Bangladesh and Global Studies, topic Chapter 5, Lesson 1 to discussion. Lecture number 5, NSW will be 4. Annual term, Teacher Ariful Islam, mobile number and messengers. So my dear students, you know we have finished Chapter 2, Bangladesh and World Civilization. We have also finished Chapter 4, Introduction to Population of Bangladesh. So let's go. Today we are going to start Chapter 5. This is your book, class 6, and go to page number 41, Society of Bangladesh. Okay, this is our chapter. Okay, so let's start the class. But before going to start the class, let me tell you, we live in the society and there are people all over the world live in this world. Besides people, there are also other animals, plants and marine animals. So in the face of all these animals, man has achieved supremacy by his intellect. So my first point is, man was helpless. So in the ancient time, man was helpless. Why helpless? Man was helpless in the face of animals' attack, in the face of natural disasters and other perils. That's why they felt the necessity of mutual cooperation. So why did they feel the necessity of mutual cooperation? They felt the necessity of mutual cooperation to survive and to cooperate one another, okay, and to fulfill the demand of life. That's why they felt the necessity of mutual cooperation. And then man built up society. And in the process of developing mutual cooperations, man built up society. So in this chapter, we will learn about the society and the socialization process of Bangladesh. So let's start lesson 1, concept of society. So people used to live in groups. You know, in the ancient times, man lived alone, and people in the ancient time live in groups so that they could lead a safe and sound life. You can observe not only the human beings, but we can also see the tendency of living together of the animals and other insects. Okay, elephants like to live and move on groups and build their beehive, and the white ant bee make hive so that they can live in groups. So friendship and kin relationships are formed. So in the process of living together, friendship and kin relationships are formed. So different social relationships like sympathy, help, cooperation, mutual reliance develop among them. So the human race living together in harmony is called society. So what is society? Human race living together in harmony. Harmony means no fighting, no quarreling, no killing, live in peace and amity. Next one, family is the first phase of forming a society. So you know that in the ancient time there was no family. You know, in the ancient time there was not like family before the society was formed. So man had to live with hostile environment by fighting. That's why people felt the necessity of living together to collect food and to save themselves from the animals' attack. That's why man formed society. So family is the first phase of forming a society, very important. Next one, two characteristics of a society. From the above discussion, we find that two characteristics of a society. But before that, I say family is the first phase of forming a society. So first man formed family, then clan, then community, and then nation. So From the above discussion, we find two characteristics of a society. First, man live together, and number two, their purposes behind living together. Next, we will move to lesson 2, impact of natural and geographical environment on social life. So, human life is influenced by natural and geographical environment. You know, man sometimes control the environment, but we are controlled by man are controlled by the environment most of the time. The ancient civilization of Bangladesh developed on the basin of the river Ganga. You know, the major civilization of the world developed on the bank of the rivers. You know, the ancient civilization developed on the bank of the river Sindh. The Egyptian civilization developed on the bank of the river Nile, and the Mesopotamian civilization developed on the bank of the rivers Euphrates and Tigris. Next one, the occupation of the people depend on the natural resources of their region. Suppose the industrial workers live in the industrial areas, the miners live in the mine regions. The geographical environment has its impact on the development of cottage industries. Example, the famous Dhakai Shari is woven at Demra in Dhaka because of riverine area and favorable climate. Okay, so the famous Dhakai Shari. So Dhakai Shari is woven at Demra. Where is Dhakai Shari woven? At Demra in Dhaka because of riverine area. Because of what? Riverine area and favorable climate. These are the two geographical regions. Next part, we will move to next part, and we can see silk, shari and cloth industries have been established in Rajshahi. If I ask you, where silk, shari and cottage industries have been established? In Rajshahi. Because mulberry trees grow in this region. If I ask you where mulberry trees grow, mulberry trees grow in Rajshahi regions, and silkworms make their nests in mulberry trees. So I am reading again. Silk, shari and cloth industries have been established in Rajshahi because mulberry trees. Why? Because the mulberry trees grow in region. Which region? Rajshahi region. Silkworms make their nest in mulberry trees. So where does the silkworms make their nest? In mulberry trees. Next one, the molasses of Faridpur. If I ask you where we find molasses? In Faridpur. Chomchom of Porabari. Where we find chomchom? In Porabari. Manda, sweetmeat of Muktagasa. Shari of Tangail, very famous. Honey of the Sundarbans. Where we find honey? In Sundarbans. Shitalpati of Sylhet. Where we find Shitalpati? Sylhet. Are related to the geographical environment of these regions. So these things are available at this region because there are many advantages of the geographical environment of those regions. Next one, the famous Muslim industry of Sonargaon. The Muslim industry where Sonargaon also developed due to geographical environment and availability of raw materials. So if I ask you, the Muslim industry of Sonargaon, why it is established, why is it developed in that area? Because of geographical environment and availability of raw materials. Next one, geographical environment also influences dress and dwellings. For example, in the cold regions, people wear warm silk cloth, and people of tropical regions wear light cotton clothes. So this is dress and dwellings and the geographical environment. The people of the places where earthquakes take place frequently make their houses with wood. Okay, and the last one, industrialization and urbanization develop easily where there is advanced transportations. So that's my lecture. SW4 submit on Sunday, chapter 5, lesson 1 and 2, make 10 MCQ. Okay, make 10 MCQ. This is your SW. So my dear students, do your SN SW at home and submit on Sunday within 8 am to 4 pm in the school library. You will also collect those copies on Sunday within 8 am to 4 pm in the school library. You know, your SW is very important because we are giving SBS, CT and direct mark on the basis of the submission of the SW copies. Guardians or anyone else can come to school for collecting and submitting the SW copies. So that's all for today. Keep practicing at home. Have a good parents. Stay safe, stay well. See you again. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.